Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio. We give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Man, I was telling everyone my recent trips to Mexico and filming part of EDP 2 over there. I was noticing how they were handling the situation as far as, especially on the cruise ship, as far as hand sanitizers at every entrance, meaning you had an employee at the entrance of everywhere you were trying to get into, and there was someone with hand sanitizer spraying your hands so you can, rub the hand sanitizer on your hands before you enter into a place. And then when I got back to the Americas, because they're closing the border to Mexico, and they're asking everyone to return back to the United States. So I'm like, okay, cool. So anyway, when I get back, I noticed the tollways were free, was the first sign that something wasn't right. Turn on the radio, and I'm hearing no more than 10 people should be gathered at one time, and if you don't have to leave the house, don't leave the house. I'm like, what's going on? Then I hear that they canceled the rodeo. I'm like, wait, what? And so I tell my family, well, look, y'all, let's stop and get some supplies, get some groceries before we head home, right? Going to the grocery store, toilet paper is gone, alcohol is gone, peroxide's gone, fruit's gone, most of the meats are gone. I'm like, whoa, what's taking place? Right? What's really going on, right? So then I'm like, I can't tell y'all what, we'll stop and get us a bite to eat before we get home. And lo and behold, seating area, tables flipped over. You can't get in. You can't sit down and eat. Then while being out of the States, we had no signal, especially, it would say at sea or something. I couldn't get a signal. So when I get back to Houston, I'm getting sick, text messages are coming through, emails starting to come through. And we learned that they were extending the spring break for the children. They're talking about homeschooling. I'm like, okay, now, is this for real or is this serious? Turn on my television, and then I hear your president. He called it the Chinese virus, and he's going off on the media. But then they were talking about a stimulus package where each American would get close to $1,000 for a stimulus. And I'm saying, wow, if that happens, one, that could be money buying votes. Two, if you do get that $1,000, do not spend it on any frivolous material items. Invest that money because they're talking about heading to a recession. So you want to invest that money, whether it be in real estate or crypto or the stock market, but find something where you can flip that money. You can make money off that money. Use that as a launching pad, right? Don't throw it away or save it for put that part of your emergency fund. Another thing I noticed, wow, everybody is humble. You mean it took the coronavirus to end racism, or did it end racism? I mean, I'm not seeing any police brutality. People are cautious of what they're saying on the social media. Nobody's slipping, using the N-word. I mean, what is really going on? It just goes to show you when shock and panic or a serious situation occurs, people smarten up. Self-preservation. Priority is first. Saving yourself and your family outweighs a time for someone to be racist against another group. You know what I mean? It's like now you're fighting for your life and you're looking for any help. Look, any black person with a test kit that's testing for corona, you don't hear any Caucasians saying, "Hey, I don't want that black person to test me for corona. I want they're like, please save me, test me. I want to live. What's going on?" And it's wild that it would take something to this magnitude to smarten some people up, you know. But then hopefully it doesn't go back to business as usual, you know, when it's over with. Now, someone said something interesting that this corona was a plague from God due to the actions of humans on earth. I don't know. You know, that it speaks of plagues in the Bible, and this is one of them. I do know that the universal God will start off with something small to get your attention. Because if you're living in a lifestyle that's contradictory to the lifestyle that this universe was established upon, because it came with guidelines, it came with directions and rules. If you do something counter to that, then okay, he'll send something. Earthquake within Utah. He'll put a flood or something to see if that works. If not, then it'll increase. See what that does, and if that doesn't do it, then he'll hit you with something else a little harder to see maybe if that gets your attention. And if that still doesn't get the attention, especially of the leaders, of the rulers, you're trying to implement certain lifestyles or certain acts or certain things into society that's totally against what the original God intended it to be. So to show you that he is God, he'll hit you with something, hoping that'll wise you up. And if that doesn't do it, he'll hit you with something else. Hopefully that'll wise you up. If that don't do it, then he'll, continue. But each time it's and the severity is increased, hoping, did you get it? Did you learn your lesson? Are you haven't? Okay, let me hit you again, but hell, hopefully, society learns, before we wiped off the planet, damn, you got free will, free will to do what's right and beneficial for your, fellow humans on this globe. Think about that. Also, everybody is staying in place. Really trying. Look, some people haven't spent this much time with each other inside the house ever, and working on each other's nerves, driving each other crazy because they're not used to your presence 24 hours a day. So that's something that we all have to learn how to deal with each other. Can we deal with each other without social media? Can we deal with each other without watching TV all day? Can we read a book? Can we talk? Can we have human interactions? I'm just saying this to look past and on the other side of the corona, and what it's causing, and how we can extract some positivity out of this situation. Get into your children, learn what your children, take a good look at them. Go and see what this is time for you to go and see what they're involved in, what they're doing, what's their goals. Are they hard workers? Are they motivated? It's a good time to learn your children. Good time to learn your spouse. Good time for everybody to learn everybody and deal. Now this is a time where you're forced to prepare healthy meals for your family. There's no more, let's go run on the go and grab some food and sit down and pig out on a grease infested diet every day. Now your cooking skills are being tested. I mean, it's certain things that can be done to reunite the family base, I guess is what I'm saying. So take this as a positive, and we all human beings on this globe, dealing with something, and there's no, that supremacy is like out the window. That corona shut it down, meaning that there is no one above or higher than your fellow man and woman, because everybody dealing with this from the same perspective, or from the same position, meaning we're still learning, and we're learning together. There was no one race who said, I got it, this is what it is. Now everybody is learning what it does and how it spread, because there was so many different contradictions. First, we were saying it was just affecting 60 and up. Now they're saying 40% of the cases are 24 to 54, 24 to 55, that are catching it. So some were saying that it had to be spread from person to person. Then we found out that some was catching it who hadn't even been to any of the hot zones where it originated from, and that was spreading, so it was communicable. And so they're like, what's really going on? So we all learning about this disease, this dis-ease, as the brother put it. We're all learning that together. So to let you know that no one can say, hey, I got it before you got it, meaning I got the info before you got the info. None of that. We all getting it together. So just think about it. Real Pick Radio, we're out.